Hey everyone, welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. This should be the last video of the playthrough. I only have a handful of things to do. Surprisingly enough, the gratitude crystals thing, I already know exactly what to do to get the last 10 of them, and it shouldn't take very long. And as far as the last heart piece is concerned, well, I have a prime suspect for which one I'm missing right now, and if not, if I can't find it there, well, I'm just gonna go through every single one that exists. There's only 24 of them, so shouldn't take me that long, should it? And after that, we're just gonna do the final boss, and the ending is like not that long. The final boss itself is also not that difficult, so it shouldn't be too hard. Anyway, both of the gratitude crystal things are right here in Skyloft. One of them will have us go back to Farron Woods to properly finish it, but otherwise, this is not a big of a deal. Anyway, which house do I have to enter again? I think it might be this one. Nope, that's not the one. There is a house somewhere in Skyloft that I've never gone into, and that house has a side quest you can do in it. A very simple side quest. Like, extremely simple. Like, you get gratitude crystals almost right away going inside, as long as you have the proper item for it. It might be this house right here. Nope. Maybe this one. Hell yeah! Never gone into this home. This is not the right place. Whoops. Guess there might be another home somewhere. Piper. Looking for Pippet's house. This is the bazaar, so... yeah, obviously it's not going to be there. Explain later. Excuse me. Oh, this is it. I guess we already have gone into Pippet's house. Ugh, look at how dusty this place is. Just talk to you normally. Yes? I'm on it. Yep, just use the gusting thing. And normally you can't use items inside houses, but after she tells you to just do this, that's the exception, you know? Also, this house really is terribly dusty. And she doesn't mind if you break the vases or anything like that. Do whatever. Whatever it takes. Get rid of all the spider webs too. Oh my, there's no more dust in my home. Thank you, Link. Brighten my day. Come over here and let me pay you. Yeah, I was right next to you already, so... 75. Now just one last side quest and we're at 80. 20 rupees. The gratitude crystals is what makes this worth it. Don't tell Pippet about this. Yeah, she has no income. So this is basically Pippet's money that we just got. If you actually go to this house at night, they're gonna be in an argument over that whole thing. And I think you can actually redo that side quest as many times as you want. If you want to get 20 rupees here and then. Could be wrong. Anyway, speaking of Pippet, the Night Academy has our other side quest guy inside of it. Did you have anything to say?
Hey.
Truth is, yeah. I was wondering why we haven't seen him before there, but that's because we were there at night. And obviously he wouldn't be there at night because he's in the bath at night.
Yeah?
Oh well. I think it's Owlin that we need to get the side quest from. Yep. New plant. We're gonna need to use Scrapper one more time. So there's like 5 different things you can optionally douse for, which is why 5 keeps warning you, hey, if you're looking for something else, it's gonna be overridden. Wrong door. I always keep thinking that door is gonna lead to outside because it's so similar design, but nope. Anyway, time to go to Farronwoods. And if we're lucky, that's also where the last heart piece is. I think hanging on from a ledge actually drains your stamina. We are going to go here. Yep, over there. Here's a shortcut. And there we go. Look at this small cave that I've never noticed it was there all along. Means I've never gone in here, which means a piece of heart is inside. Man, talk about awkward. I missed 2 pieces of heart. I could have gone much earlier in the game, just because it's hard to remember this area. Got all the pieces of heart. That's 20 hearts, perfect. We're done with that, which means the only other thing left to do is to finish this side quest. But yeah, as I was saying, this area is just not very memorable. As far as wood areas are concerned, this is probably one of the least memorable ones, even though it's got things everywhere that's supposed to give you an indication of, oh, this is this area, this is this area, but no, it's just very forgettable, this area. Over here. Where are ya? Are you above there? God damn it, I have to talk to this one. Oh my god, also you can move quickly on these tight ropes. Another scream at the computer moment, I bet. Oh? Ulo. There is. Yeah, there's no hesitation when Fi tells you can bring this something up to the Skyward Scrapper. It's always the relevant thing that can be brought up. Gosh, Scrapper always has to get in a comment towards Link, snide comment. No wonder no one likes him. Oh, now we can just leave and never go here ever again. Actually, there is one more thing I want to do before we actually do the final battle. I want to talk to Elden Dragon. Mostly because I'm so satisfied we were able to do this so quickly. Oh, and we'll also obviously have to talk to Batro, to see him in his spirit form. Get the Titanic wallet. First time I'm ever gonna 100% Skyward Sword. Feels kinda weird. Also a little unsatisfying. Skyward Sword just doesn't feel like a game that was made for side quests. The structure is too linear to work with them. I feel I would have been more satisfied finishing the game by just ignoring most of the side quests and just focusing on the main plot. Here's what I'm saying. Hey. Yeah, there might be a new loading area to land actually in Skyloft, but at the very least it lands you near where you were going towards. That's a plus. I've come bearing the unusual Kikwi. Nope. Never need you ever again, Scrapper. Get the hell out. This is unbelievable. You found me an entirely new plant species. It's precisely what I wanted. Also, kind of awkward that all and only expressed surprise after Scrapper left. Weird. It's artificial design first scene. Yeah, it's almost kind of like Pikmin, now that I think about it, the Kikwi. $80. That's all the gratitude crystals. Apparently 40% plant. Now we go see Batro, then we go see Elden, and then that's it. Go to the final battle. With all the potions we need. I suppose I could upgrade my basic red potion. But that's kind of pointless fit. Man, I keep mistaking the graveyard for some other place. Every single time. I always keep thinking it's over there, but it's not. On the side. And weirdly enough, if you drop down from a ladder, you won't take any fall damage at the bottom. Hmm. Intriguing. Oh, this is the... yeah, that gives us 2 gold rupees. Yes. The Titanic wallet. Or Tycoon wallet. 9,000! Should have been 9,999, but you know. Model change. And he still looks kind of creepy. Wait, are his eyes open right now? Are they actually supposed to be that beady? Kinda. But yeah, that's his human form. You'd think he would have generated a whole bunch of gratitude crystals for having turned back into a human, but nope. Anyway, that side quest finally complete, and it's not even a satisfying ending because we don't need money anymore. Why would we ever need to be able to carry 9,000 rupees? We never have to buy anything even close to that expensive. The most expensive thing is the piece of heart that Beetle sells up at the shop, and you can astutely cut its price down to 800 rupees, which is not a lot. But yeah, now we just need to visit Elden. I'm jumping off from the wrong spot, but whatever. Whee! Fire dragon. Yes, you appear as if summoned. Young hero, do you wish to ask a question of me? Isn't the desolation caused by you? But it wasn't... Yeah, see, here's the problem. That wasn't a desert originally. There was grass everywhere and water everywhere. Again, the writing becomes inconsistent. It's a desert now, but here's another thing. We don't see the desert, we don't see the dragon while it's in its desert form. That was a lot less information than I expected. I guess I shouldn't be surprised though, because this dragon probably would have been a lot more memorable if it had a lot of dialogue for talking with it, you know? Bad. No, I need to get one of these things. Ow. And that's the wrong spot. Once again, keep getting lost. As far as items are concerned, I do believe I should take out the bug net. Finally, we have this. To the sky! And then to the past. But it took me just a little under 25 minutes to do all of the last couple of side quests I had to do. Not too bad. I don't think I missed out on any goddess cubes, but I might have. In which case I guess I technically did not 100% the game, but I mean, I did try dowsing both Lanaryu and Elden when I had goddess cubes as my thingamig for dowsing, so it didn't detect anything then, so I figure I have them all. At the very least, I have all the important ones. You're not the sealed grounds anymore, technically. They did update the graphic for it, at the very least. But these are no longer the sealed grounds, if you want to be technical. Back to the past. Oh, I guess there is one more thing I haven't done. The full boss rush. I don't think I'll bother with that, unfortunately. Just get money for it, for your trouble. And I think we can all just imagine what it's supposed to be. And this is... oh, got you. Yes. We won't really need any luck. The boss isn't that difficult. In fact, if anything, Demise was stronger in his imprisoned form, all things considered. No, this is not what we were expecting. It's a blue sky with a nice water ground. Contrasts well with this guy's orange hair. So you've decided to meet your end in battle after all. It pleases me greatly to see such misplaced valor, human. Take a moment to appreciate your surroundings, for where we stand shall serve as your tomb for eternity. A hate for the gods that has boiled in my veins. You will taste all of it in the bite of my blade. The only question left is how long you will manage to remain standing before I take your life. Try to keep it interesting for me, would you? And when you do fall, know that your world and everything in it is mine to dominate, mine to subjugate, mine to rule! When I finish with you, you can take solace in knowing your friends and kin will soon follow, as I wipe all who oppose me from the face of this world. This is kinda lame. I kinda preferred it when the sky was all blue. It made the fight a bit less generic looking. It won't be long now. At last the almighty power I've sought for millennia. I will take the Triforce of my own. And the world shall be under my foot for eternity! Very generic speech. He's kind of a blood knight in that he craves a battle and nothing else, but we haven't really seen enough of Demise's true personality to really be able to say much about him. Anyway, he matches our swords where we're aiming it. He will attack you normally. Parrying does nothing against him, by the way. Conquered time itself. Appears very differently in each epoch. Tell me more. Yep. There is a second phase. Hey, what about this? Yeah, you can distract him with the bug net, that's why I have it out. Oh, and you can do a double slash. Okay, this is a bit interesting. I remember originally, if you kept attacking him, he would eventually stop being able to block. It appears they actually may have changed his strategy a bit, or I'm just misremembering how the fight originally was. That makes the fight a bit less simple, at the very least. Okay, that's how you do a jump attack. I've been wondering all game, you just press A while holding forward. There's no point in leading your sword strikes against the Demise. In case you're wondering. You can stun him every now and then if you attack him enough. Not doing very good, am I? Hey, don't attack me while I'm drinking. That's mean. Attacked a bit too much. his sword, which is basically Girahim, has a reverse Triforce on it. Now, does this allude to Demise being part of Lore Rule, which was a game made later after Skyward Sword came out that involved an upside down Triforce as well? Not really. They're just trying to make it seem like this guy's really evil after all. But there's no like reverse Triforce that this guy knows of. I keep getting a hit on him every now and then at least. There we go. I was just one hit away. But now it's time for phase 2. And he gets the jump on us. The electricity is bad. This is in fact a lot better. I kind of spoiled the surprise here by doing this, but yes, you can basically get the Skyward Strike ability with lightning here, which is very cool. Basically, your job in this phase is to steal the lightning Demise gets from the current sky. Whoops. And also he deals 2 hearts of damage. A good upgrade. That's really needed. Don't forget that he blocks all your attacks no matter what they are, so you need to find a way to get back the lightning. Ow. Oh, I got you before you could steal it away from me. Die. Yeah, the good news is that the lightning is just as effective as it is in against him as it is against you. Time to fall. Yeah, no, it's the first time you... Oh, wow! Yeah, you can get the finishing blow. You cannot get a finishing blow on him the first time, but on the second attempt, if you're very, very fast, you can finish him off right then and there. Unfortunately, I was just a little too slow. But yeah, this is why you can't tag him, because he's always going to just straight up block it. Don't bother trying to distract him with the bug net, by the way. I didn't even know that you could actually get lightning at the same time as he does. But yeah, third time is basically when you can finally get the actual finishing blow on him. And it's a lot more satisfying in the Wii version, especially the first time you fight this guy, because you actually do have to do it in a very engaging way with the gameplay to finish him off. But as some people may have demonstrated in speedruns of the game way back in the original release, you can beat this guy very, very quickly if you know what you're doing. Which made some people call this final boss fight to be kind of disappointing. I don't think it's that bad, personally. It's not the best, but it's satisfying enough for what it is. Just kind of wish you could use more items against him, but no, it's really just sword combat. Extraordinary, you stand as a paragon of your kind, human. You fight like no man or demon I have ever known. Though this is not the end. My hate never perishes. It is born anew in a cycle with no end. I will rise again. Those like you, those who share the blood of the goddess and the spirit of the hero, they are eternally bound to this curse. An incarnation of my hatred shall ever follow your kind, dooming them to wander a blood-soaked sea of darkness for all time! Yeah, so he accepts defeat, but then he decides to just rant in your face as a last act of defiance anyway. Also, a lot of people don't like this aspect of the fight, the ending, where it kind of implies that Ganondorf is just a slave to fate and not someone who's had more depth to him, like in Dead and Wind Waker. I think it can be interpreted in any way you want. Whether you think Ganondorf and other villains of the franchise are basically slaves to Demise's curse, quote unquote, here, or if they're just part of the plot Nintendo makes or whatever. Honestly, I don't take too much into it what the Demise said here, because the problem here is that this is partly a localization change. I believe in the original Japanese version, it's not quite as clear cut what Demise's rant is towards the player. Demise, speaking of, apparently, by the way, he has a name change for every single language. To make it sound like he's really sinister. I think we actually got like one of the worst names. Demise is like not quite as cool as like Pexendania or the Italian version. I actually don't remember Descending at all, by the way. When did we restore Zelda's soul? By just defeating Demise? I feel that we should have seen like Zelda's soul appear out of him, but you just disintegrated it into nothing. Anyway, I like to call the Legend of Groose. That's a little joke. No, it's unironically great, Bruce. Joking out, your contribution to our efforts were heroic. You have my thanks. It's too bad we didn't see much more of this Impa. It's actually probably one of the coolest designs for Impa. This lanky, tall version. She's as tall as Groose. And some people imply that the Groose would become the ancestor of the Gerudo, but I don't see the resemblance personally. Granny was really well about you too. We don't want to keep the old girl in suspense too long. Because this game is supposed to be the first in the franchise still. It's just that then Breath of the Wild came out, and Breath of the Wild is like, who cares? Who cares about the timeline? Anyway, Hylia, you're great, so perhaps you prefer Zelda. It pleases me to know you are safe. Master, I must speak with you. I must go to my home planet. Farewell. Fi died on the way to her home planet. This is basically what this cutscene is for Fi. Master Link, you have successfully protected the goddess reborn and defeated Demise, fulfilling your role as the hero of legend. My purpose here is complete. I therefore ask you to dissolve our arrangement as master and servant. Drive the sword into the pedestal before you, and I will return to the sword to enter sleep without end. Master, you have achieved a purpose you are chosen to fulfill. Please set the sword in the pedestal and bring the goddess' mission to an end. Now, Master, it is time to conclude our necessary companionship. Do it, Link. And her! Zelda, you don't know Fi, technically. So why would you feel this is necessary? Also, she's still technically active, as Breath of the Wild demonstrates. She can still do the rain tone when you're low on health. Also, normally Link has to set the Master Sword into a pedestal to seal, to perpetuate a seal against evil. But I don't know what seal he's trying to do here, because Demise is completely eradicated, is he not? So this is just kind of an artificial goodbye here. Yep, Link. Link, hear me. My purpose was to obey the command of the goddess and lead you, chosen hero of this land, on your quest. When I first awoke and began this task, I proceeded as merely serving my function as a servant of to her grace. However, I have come to consider the information corresponding to our time together among the most precious data I have on record. The only data you have on record, honestly. I do not have the capability to fully understand the human spirit, Link. But now, at the end of my journey with you, as I prepare to sleep within the Master Sword forever, I experience a feeling that I am unable to identify. I lack sufficient data to be sure of my conclusion, but I believe this feeling correlates closest to what your people call happiness. Happiness and death? I'm satisfied with that. Our friendship is at an end. Even as we speak, I feel my consciousness fading away. Before I enter the sleep that calls such a sword, I wish to relate to you words that I recorded many times over the course of our journey. Many I've said them to you thus far, but now I wish to say them for myself. Thank you, Master Link. And we meet again in another life. You're just a sword spirit. You're never gonna be reborn. You're just a sword. Fi. And as demonstrated in Breath of the Wild, she's gonna stay active anyway. As a sword spirit. She can still do the beep thousands of years later. What? Impa, why? Come with us! Although your grace, you possess the memories of the goddess, you must understand why that is not possible. I am a being of this age. My place is here. I know that, but let's cheat timelines for once. You must return to your own time. I will take care of the gate once you have passed through. I can't do that. You and I have been through so much together. I don't want to leave you alone. Please, Impa, come back with us. Zelda, at the command of the goddess, I passed through the gate of time. I did so to protect you and aid the fight to prevent the world's destruction. The last remnants of demise are decaying slowly within the sword. Someone must stay behind to watch over this blade. His spirit must not reawaken. He must never be allowed to threaten the world again. He will, technically. Kinda. You know, because of Ganondorf and Vati and all the other bad guys. Zelda, I shall watch over the Triforce. Its power is too great to leave in the grasp of man. Dependent on its might is an invitation to disaster. When it has served its purpose, it must be secreted away to lie dormant once again, the knowledge of its existence hidden from mortal history. These are the words the goddess spoke to me long ago. I remember them well, as do you, I'm sure. Because they were her words. Man, I kind of wish the eyes weren't flat textures on the characters. It makes profile angles like these make their faces look really awkward. Like, they don't function the way they should. This is probably why we see more 3/4 angles in cutscenes for dialogue. It just works better. They look fine in 3/4 or front angles, but when we have to put them into profile, oof, then we notice that the eyes are not working the way they should. For the most part, I think Impas actually work in profile because of their slanted angles. We should have done this before Girahim had a chance to capture Zelda back when we first awakened her. What, did you only figure it out now, Zelda? You're too slow! Oh, but did she always have that bracelet? Like even in gameplay? If that is the case though, that means this Impa always knew that we would succeed, technically. See? Told you we'd meet again. And now, as befits all old anime characters, they have to turn to dust the moment the revelation is made. Purpose complete. Man, that's kind of creepy though. Like, Impa is like, hey, see? I kept my promise. We got to see each other again. Okay, bye. My final message. And unfortunately, I think that was supposed to be like a big reveal for the ending, but I know I kind of spoiled it initially beforehand, but it's so blatantly obvious. I don't know how you could not realize it. There were too many signs that made it obvious that they were connected with each other. The old one and Impa. The Master Sword sleeps again. Forever! Quote unquote. Until the next game. I can't. What is the next game chronologically anyway? I don't think it's Ocarina of Time, surprisingly enough. I think it's Four Swords Adventure? Weird. Whatever the case, I think that most people know that the Ocarina of Time is a bit later down timeline. And by a bit later, I mean like it could be thousands of years later or hundreds of years, I don't know. This game is... it's got some problems. But it's not a bad ordeal to get through if you know where to look for the good parts. And the HD version fixes a lot of the original issues of the original version. So there is that too. Like seriously, imagine every time I start a new video, I had to read the text of the stupid collectibles every single time. You know? That was one of the major original issues of the game. Us just picking up a freaking bug, and it's the same bug that we already know what it's for, but because we started a new video, that means we have to see the text again. And actually, this is cool right here. We actually get to see what was happening to Zelda. Unfortunately, it's at the credits where everything stops mattering. But this is extra efforts by the developers to show how things were happening instead of just telling us. And straight up, Zelda immediately got a new set of clothes. Oh, I think the old one, as in old Impa, actually has her arms towards her back in nearly every cutscene, so we can't see if she has the bracelet or not. It's a trick! The developers did a trick. Hey Zelda, this is your purpose from here on in for every modern Zelda game. Pray in front of a goddess statue. She does the same thing in Breath of the Wild, although then it's a bit more dramatic because it doesn't work. Kind of spoilers. Oh no, Zelda, can you fight some bokoblins at the very least? Are you kidding me? Come on, couldn't you run between them? That's what we did for pretty much the entirety of the game. Anyway, that's where young Impa rescues her inside the fire temple. I don't know where those bokoblins took her, but they probably left her at like 2 health or something. And I think this is the past? Yep. Now here's the thing, the Gate of Time there in here is the same one in the present, but why is it already here still? It would have been interesting if they showed them traveling through past Lanariu to, which already technically exists in the gameplay, to get all the way back to the sealed grounds in the past. But no, they just jump straight from the Lanariu in the present through the Gate of Time to all the way to the sealed grounds. Lame. Anyway, eventually all the Sky Islands fall to the ground and the land becomes Hyrule. Except for those creepy bird things in Twilight Princess. I guess those stay in the sky. I don't know, it's too hard to figure out how everything connects, if you ask me. Just enjoy the ride every single time, however little different it may be. Yeah, Faron Woods is definitely the part of the game where they were trying to convince everyone, hey, look, we know the Wii is underpowered, but we got this cool watercolor aesthetic for this new game that will definitely hide all of the flaws of our system. Also, rest in peace, Aonuma. But honestly, when you look at the other areas, it doesn't quite as work. But at least the dungeons are also great. I am still curious if I missed anything. Remember that water area we went through? Oh, also I said rest in peace Aonuma, but it's actually rest in peace Satoru Iwata. Sorry, I made a mistake. Hopefully my comment will not be cursed by the time this video goes up on my channel. Oh, Tantalus is, by the way, not the boss from the Sanjip. It's actually the team that actually did the HD version. They're all Australian, I believe. Or the group companies in Australia. So they're the ones for primarily taking care of the game. And honestly, people were not that hyped for Skyward Sword HD when it first announced. It was seen as a stopgap between Breath of the Wild and Breath of the Wild 2, which still is not out by the time I'm doing this. But I think they did a good job advertising it through the videos outlining all the changes they made. Because that's the problem. It didn't look like they did many changes when they first revealed it. It just looked like, okay, here's Skyward Sword again, but now you can play it in HD. That's it, that's all. No other just changes. But then they outlined all the little things they made, the differences in quality and the bugs they fixed, and that actually got people hype. And they... As history repeats itself, Sega was doing something similar at the time with releasing Sonic Colors Ultimate, which itself was like the HD version of Sonic Colors, but they bungled it up! Ugh. Never change, Sega. Or please do change, actually. I really want you to stop failing over and over. Yeah, they again bungled up Sonic Origins too, even though it's like not even that big of a... like that bad of a game, Sonic Origins. People were not satisfied with the things they did to the Sonic 3 and Knuckles game, because they had to change some music and like, no, don't change the music. Also, it's also because it's not a proper HD port or something. It's also because the games are not consistent in quality and presentation. But enough about Sonic Origins. We're supposed to be talking about Skyward Sword because this is the ending and I'm supposed to give my review of it. Honestly, I kind of pointed out that I just prefer playing this game as a linear experience and not focus on the side quests. I don't particularly care much about the side quests of Skyward Sword, but the main experience is fun enough, and the dungeons and boss battles also are. But it's kind of disappointing to think about how this game was supposed to be like this big hit for the Wii, the last hurrah of the Wii. And it kind of just completely fizzled out and not really... like, it sold well, but it wasn't crazy popular like Breath of the Wild would later turn out to be. But Nintendo had to make this game to learn the important lessons they needed to learn to make Breath of the Wild. So, you know, it's just a shame that Breath of the Wild did not come out for the Wii U earlier. Because it took so long to release to the Wii U, it ended up going to the Switch as a launch title instead. And the Wii U is now basically almost obsolete for some people. Wow, Colin? Colin is back? Colin got screwed so badly compared to Stritch. Stritch, he's involved with several side quests and he gets to complete his love of bugs by becoming such a major part of it. Groose also gets like this major story character development and all that stuff. Stritch just gets this one side quest where it'll end badly for him no matter how you end it. Well, at least Groose got his bird back eventually. I guess he goes back to the sky now? Kinda? Well, could have some fun with his friends. Look around us. As a child, I always dreamed of a world below. I wanted to see the surface with my own eyes and feel the land's warm breeze on my skin. I think I want to live here. I always want to feel solid ground beneath my feet, see the clouds above my head, and watch over the Triforce. Well, this is where you've lived before, Hylia. What about you, Link? What will you do now? Come on, Nintendo. You did this better before. Yes, Spirit Tracks actually has multiple endings where Zelda asks you, hey, what will you do in the future, Link, just before the final boss battle? And that actually changes the ending. And there's actually a wrong choice and two quote-unquote right choices. Here, they do kind of do the same thing. Zelda asks you, hey, what will you do now, Link? But you don't get a choice. You don't even get a response from Link. He just smiles like nothing. That can be interpreted as anything. Ugh. What I'm trying to say is that Spirit Tracks is probably the better experience when it comes to me and nostalgia with in regards to the Zelda franchise. Kind of wish I could let's play Spirit Tracks, but it's a DS game and I don't have a DS technology for recording it or whatever. In fact, I really need to put a pen to this retrospective of the Zelda franchise. I just completed. This is it. We're done. This is me playing all the 3D Zeldas and showcasing them all to you. I know there's plenty of other Zelda games I could show, but we're gonna put a stop to that right now because those games take way so long to play. I remember when I first played Parallel Worlds, a hack of A Link to the Past that I did like back at the start of when I was doing my channel back in what was it again? Let me look. I actually have the videos right here on my computer. Get Parallel Worlds video number 1 made in 2013. Wow, that's actually a little later than I expected. Thought I made them in 2011, but I guess that's what my slash rate is. But yeah, Parallel Worlds was like my first Zelda playthrough, and back when I did it, I never thought I would go back and play the entire, well, most of the franchise for my channel. Quite crazy. I guess the only other 3D Zeldas I could do are the Hyrule Warriors games. I have the first one, but only on the Wii U and 3DS, not the Switch version, which is very superior. And I don't have Age of Calamity either. Anyway, yeah, we have Hero Mode now, and I got a save where we can play in Hero Mode or something. But we're not going to do that. So anyway, hope you've all enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. Next time, I'm actually going to do some side projects and hopefully videos that don't take me nearly as long to complete. Although, ironically enough, one of them is a 22-hour long play of one of my favorite mods of Skyrim. I'll never change, I guess. Anyway, bye-bye!